Hi, I am going to be kind of experimenting and reviewing a device called the Win-D-Fender. It is this little device that was developed by marching band flute players in Texas and is designed to inhibit wind from affecting the flute sound when it's played outside. So it clips on to the flute. It's got this spring clip. And it's a little bit tricky. It's almost a two-hand thing, but you can get good at doing it with one hand. And it kind of sits on the flute, and it looks very much like that right there. Covers up a lot of sound, and it seems to have these holes which allow the sound to come through a little bit, and prevents, of course, the wind from interrupting your airstream. So first thing I want to do is just test how it sounds, because what I hear close is very different from what may be heard in the distance. So I'm actually recording right now, and I'm going to go back eventually and listen to the difference. So I'm going to just start with a standard 2-octave scale. I'm going to do the same thing with a Win-D-Fender on. So when I play that with it on, it sounds very much like my sound is encased, like right in this area, and I can't hear anything outside. And it's a very different sound. It sounds a little bit muffled to me. I don't know if that's what you're hearing in the distance. I'm going to test the low register. It does feel a little bit trickier to play that low register. But it's not bad. It's not overly difficult. Upper register. Now when I go all the way up there, when I hit about the B flat up there, I really feel like I lose resonance and vibration in my flute. But again, I don't know what that sounds like outside of my current area and what it feels like. So I am going to now go back and listen to the recording that I took of the Win-D-Fender versus standard flute playing. I'm going to share my screen. If we look at both of these sound waves, they're a little bit different. This one, you can see it definitely gets louder. So this is the one with the Win-D-Fender, and this is the one without. And it's not necessarily real sound, so we're going to find out. Okay, and then this is the one with the Win-D-Fender. Interesting. It definitely adds a lot of unfocused sound to the flute. Okay, I'm going to listen now to what I believe is the low register samples. This is the low register sample right here. Initially, I did one without the Win-D-Fender, then I did one with the Win-D-Fender, and I wasn't pleased with the results, so I tried it again, and I felt like the second time went a little bit better. And this portion of the sound does look similar to this portion of the sound. So whether it is user error or the device. And then this is with the Win-D-Fender. And then again. But it's not. It's still quite airy, even when I was able to get the sound out a little stronger, though I felt like I had to work for it a little bit. So even the low register, let's hear what happens with the upper register. So comparing these, this one seems to clip more, so again, it's louder, but I think it's, so far, my theory is that it's just air sound. And here's with the Win-D-Fender. So you can definitely hear that the resonance in the sound at the top is affected. The next thing I want to try is how the pitch might be affected by the Win-D-Fender. So I've got my tuner. Okay, so now I'm going to try it with the Win-D-Fender on. So that's the two A's, the upper E, and the high A. So I'm finding that that E is a little bit more challenging to bring down immediately. It's not impossible, but it does take a little bit more work. Now I'm going to try some low notes. Note. Now some upper register. So it appears that the pitch doesn't get altered with the Win-D-Fender, which is really cool. So I would say that the Win-D-Fender is really great at doing what it is designed to do, which is to keep air from impeding your sound when you're playing outdoors. If you're playing outdoors, you are probably less concerned with the resonance and purity of your sound, because you won't be playing in a symphony hall where your sound is very particularly heard and valued for its resonance. Check out my other video where I talk about how the Win-D-Fender can help protect the air around you from possible spread of COVID-19 while you play the flute.